Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. I guess I have to introduce myself and tell everybody who I am, what I am doing, and stuff. I haven't done this before, so this is the first video of me talking live to you, and I hope that you will find it interesting. If not, I am sorry, I am just trying to be me. And I just want people to get to know me, since I have had my YouTube channel for many years, and I am also on Facebook, and many of you know me and many of you don't. And I started on Facebook 2008. YouTube, I don't remember, but I've been there for years. So who am I? Where am I coming from? That's the first thing. And this video is also a little update for people back home where I'm coming from. Because where I am right now, I have been only for 11 years. More to that in a minute. But first, my name is May. M-A-G. So many would say Marge, but I prefer to be called May, as month May, M-I-I. So, with that said, I am not tall. I am 5.2. I have blue eyes. Yes, I do. I have blue eyes. Can't see it. It's a little dark. I know. But I am in the living room in the apartment. I have the window there. See? Halfway up. I can't have it all the way up. I don't want people to blow me in here. Where was I? Yes, I am small, tiny lady. I'm 54, and you probably hear that I have an accent. And many of you can't guess where I'm from, because many new won't know. Where is he from? Is he German? No, I'm not German. No, I am born in Norway. When I was 18, I moved to Sweden. I lived there for 26 years. And while I was living in Sweden, I was working for the Swedish community. I was working on farms. I have worked working as a horse trainer. I have been to a couple riding schools and worked and helped with handicapped children and so on and so on. More of that I can tell you about later if you like to know more. I was married in Sweden. I met a Norwegian guy. We were married for 10 years. We worked together for 14. In 2014, I divorced the guy. And I had a purpose in life. And needed to turn my life around. And the purpose was to do something for other people and to find some missing family. So, 3 months later, I got into an airplane and traveled 24 hours totally with all the transport, with bus, train and airplane over to Nashville, Tennessee, USA. There I met a guy I had known for many years before I decided to meet him. And I came because he needed help. So that's that. I moved into his place. He lived in a motel, so I had my own room for a while. And we got to know each other more and had fun, and he really turned my life upside down, because this guy, he was a country singer and he took me places I never had been before. And I learned to know a lot of new people, and that changed me a lot. So, what am I doing here then? Not even helping that guy. We got together for good. After a few months, we decided to try to live together. So I moved in to him, and I started up my own radio station on internet. That is what I have been doing for 11 years. My radio station, you can find it, www.Nashville, Tennessee Country Radio. That is me. If you recognize that, then you know who I am. If you don't, go check it out. And then you have my channel here on YouTube. What have I been doing with that? You might wonder. Well, if you haven't checked it out, but are interested in music, country music that is, this guy I am together with, he's performing still. So we are going around everywhere we can and performing. I have a video camera that I hook up and I videotape country music shows. That's my job. So this guy, he worked for and had a job as a CEO for Music City Hayride for many years. So if you go back and scroll down, you will see a bunch of Music City Hayride videos that I have videotaped, edited and posted. Then somebody else took over. My guy stepped down from Music City Hayride. I stopped videotape for them, and we moved on to do our own stuff. So we are a little bit here and a little bit there, and we found a place in Kentucky called Loretta Lynn's Ranch. We checked that out, and there it was, a big scene stage, and we had some shows there. You can also find those shows if you scroll a little bit up after the Music City Hayride shows. You find a bunch of videos from Loretta Lynn's Ranch. So that's what I do. So what else am I doing then? Besides from doing music? Well, I love to paint. And I haven't been painting for many years. I have recently got me some stuff again, like this, where you put paint to mix colors and stuff. Here's the pencils, different kinds. There's one. And then here I have a box with all kinds of colors. See? That's black. And this is acrylic colors. I went to Temu to get the colors, and they were cheap. So I paint, and I'm drawing, and here is some, I got me some crayons that you can mix, and here is some markers that I can use. So I was thinking sometimes when the creativity come over me, I can sit here and paint, and I can talk to you guys and have different content every time. How about that? Well, I'm gonna show you something else. just needed to move this for a second. Whoop. There we go. I got me this too. And behind them you can write the name and when you did it. That's for acrylic. So I'm gonna start practicing again. I'm lifting you up again. There we go. So that's that. What else is going on here? Oh yeah, we lived in Nashville, me and that guy, for some years. Then we found an apartment in Clarksville. We have been here in Clarksville for 10 years. No, 10 years, what am I saying? 6 years. I like it here. It's quiet. It's nice. But we are looking for a house. So when the right house shows up for the right price in Tennessee, then we are going for it. So yeah, if you have any questions, feel free to comment under the video and I will try to answer them as best as I can. And more, what can I add? Oh, I love to fish. I try to take my guy out and fish now and then, as often as we can. But I have a problem with the heat. I have asthma. And when it's too hot, I have problem breathing. So our fishing lasts not longer than 2 hours. But that's fine. At least we get out of the house, out of the apartment for a bit. And sometimes we have got fish and sometimes not. So, well, that was that. What more is there? Oh yeah, I had a topic that I wanted to talk about, really. I am a celiac patient. If you don't know what celiac is, that means I am allergic to gluten. And I am also lactose intolerant, so I have to drink expensive milk. Lactose-free milk. It's a couple dollars more than the regular milk. But hey, it is what it is. And this thing is gluten. I just recently found out how serious gluten allergy can be. I didn't know. So now I am in a mess because I have not stayed away from gluten-free stuff at all. But lately I have been eating bread that contains gluten. Regular bread, like wheat, white bread and stuff. And it got to that point that my stomach got so bad in pain that I was almost dying. And I was wondering why. and I was bloated, and I had gas and stuff, and have tried to figure out why. This thing about gluten, that was hidden behind here, as far back as it could possibly go. That was so. But suddenly I remembered that, oops, I am allergic to gluten. And today I started to read up about it, and I found out how serious it can be and what can happen. So I had to turn things around and try to avoid gluten. So that's what I'm going to try to do. And trying to fix my body. It will take a couple weeks or a few days before I feel any changes, but it can take up to several months before my body totally get restored from the damage from the gluten I have been eating. Because I have eaten bread, macaronis, I have eaten a lot of stuff that contains gluten that I didn't know were gluten in it. Oh well, but that's life. So I am going to start my new lifestyle here. It's gonna be a challenge, I know, but I'm gonna try. I've done it for long. Because what can happen is you can actually get cancer out of it if you've eaten too much gluten. And the villing can get severe damaged, and you get skin rash. I didn't know that, and I have had skin rash. I actually are on antibiotics for it, and I have been looking to find out why I have this skin rash. I thought it was something in the ear, or something I have been eating. And yes, there is something I have been eating. Gluten. I found that out. So I can now stop my antibiotic and try to stay away from gluten, and my skin rash will get better. It was mostly in my face, and my face is getting better already, but that's from the antibiotics. My nose was so red I could be a stoplight here in Clarksville. I had big bumps in my face. I was red here, I was red here, I was red here. My arms, my legs, all over. That will get better. And hopefully I won't get any cancer. You're trying to provide that, avoid that. So, but I can drink coffee. That's good. So if you have any topic that you like me to talk about, let me know. When it comes to food, gluten-free, that is. uh, what I would like to do is to learn how to make gluten-free bread. So I am no baker, but many people says it's so easy to do, and it's not contains many ingredients. But give me a cheap, good recipe on gluten-free bread, and I will try to do that. For now, I have to stay away from the regular bread that is in this house. That's only for my guy. So, but I can eat rice. I could eat potatoes. I can eat fruit. I can eat nuts and stuff like that. And read on the label. I can eat macaroni. I can eat oats, but gluten free. I need to remember, look for that label. Gluten free. It's gonna be a challenge, I know. I have to think about it a lot. So yeah, it's not gonna be easy. But when I will get into it, make it a habit, then it will be easier. So I looked up a list on Walmart of cheap things I can buy, because I thought everything about gluten-free food was expensive. But so far I only found bread that was very expensive, $6, and it's not bigger than this. That's not right. I want bigger bread. So, the only thing I can do is to bake it myself, I guess. That's the cheapest way, I think. So, if you can please give me an ingredient and recipe on and cheap ingredients to gluten-free bread, I'd be happy. I am willing to try and learn. Okay? So that's that. Now, can we leave the gluten subject for now? I love to photograph. I forgot to tell you that. I'm not only doing video, but I also photograph a lot. I'm taking a lot of pictures of the nature, and I'm taking pictures of from when we are out on the road to perform or something else. So I love taking pictures. I don't know what more we can talk about. But anyway, people back home probably have been wondering how I've been doing. And they see me on Facebook every day. But I don't say too much about my situation. But if anything happens, and it's getting serious, I probably gonna mention it here on YouTube. Maybe. We shall see. I am usually very private. I don't like to talk about my problems. But I've seen so many people have talked about their cancer and other problems they have, health issues, mental illnesses and stuff. So I guess it's not that hard to talk about. I just have to get used to it. So if you wanna learn to know me, talk to me under the video and tell me who you are, where you're from, what you're doing, and subscribe and like the video and share. And know what? If you have a YouTube channel yourself, let me know and I will check it out. I heard a noise. That was my cat, Tom. I'm gonna show you him another day. He's laying in a box. As you know, cat loves boxes. And he is one of them. Anyway, that has to do it for today. So, I am gonna stop for now, so I don't bore you out. I know people don't like too long videos. We have been going on for 32 minutes and that's enough, I think. So if you want to know more about me, let me know. Ask questions. Tell me about yourself, what you are doing, or give me a link to a video so I can get to know you. Alright? And until next time, I don't know when that will be. Maybe in a few days. But for now, I need to figure out some things and I will update later on about how it's going. So, and there is another thing. If you find this interesting, find me interesting, you can also go to Facebook and look me up. I'm gonna put the link under the video. So that's that. Alright? Everybody, thank you for watching, listening, and until next time, stay safe, have fun, enjoy life. Love you. Bye.